Okay, guys, it's 10 o'clock. Welcome, everyone. It's great to see so many of you joining in today on this webinar on the Litium Commerce Cloud. I'm Patrick. I'm the CEO of Litium, and I'm very proud and very happy to be here today to present this new value proposition of Litium Commerce Cloud to you, our esteemed partners. And together with me, I got some really brilliant colleagues to help me do this. You know, this is quite a big thing for us at Litium. We've invested a lot of resources, and the team here have done an absolute outstanding job to reach this milestone, I would say, in Litium history. As you'll discover today, Litium Commerce Cloud, we've been talking a lot about Litium 8 up till this point, but you'll discover that Litium Commerce Cloud is much more than just a new great version of the platform. It's actually also, we've upped our game in the commercial side with a new dynamic business model, and we've added some systematic customer success focus to the mix as well. Fast and flexible for growth have always been guiding stars for us at Litium, and with this new value proposition, I really think we take that to the next level. So we're very excited to tell you more about this today, and hope you like it as much as we do. Right, so let's get into it. Here are the main topics for today's session. I'll do the short introduction, and then I'll leave the dance floor to more interesting speakers. Next up is our CCO, Peder Holmberg. He will tell you a little bit more about the new dynamic business model. And then we'll move on to what you probably would say is the main dish, main course of today with Litium 8 and all the new beautiful things that comes with it. You'll hear from our product manager, Johan Lindberg Holmin, and our CPO, Ludwig Block, who will give you the latest and greatest on the platform, all the way from architecture to all the new smart features and functions, and give you a glance of the road ahead as well. At the end of the session, we'll have a Q&A, so we hope we will have room for that. We think so. So you can submit your questions. There's a question bar in the panel on the right side. There's a question panel where you can submit your questions in writing, and we'll collect them and we'll take them at the end. And if we don't have time to answer all of them, we'll get back to you one-to-one afterwards. And you know, to be a little bit Captain Obvious, you can always, of course, use the normal channels to ask us questions about the Litium Commerce Cloud and Litium 8. We are very proud and happy of our new little baby, so we're more than keen to talk about it with you guys. Right, first, to set the scene and also understand a little bit where we come from in designing Litium Commerce Cloud. So let's start here. This is our mission statement. We make our customers outperform their peers in digital commerce. This is our ultimate goal, and our reasons for being, and really our customer promise. This is why we come to work every morning. This is why we work so hard to actually help our customers succeed in digital commerce. It's truly rewarding to be able to move the needle for the customers and be a part and the driving force in this digital transformation of commerce. And we love that, and we know that we share this ambition and passion with you guys, our wizards out there, the solution wizards and the e-com experts that you represent. So we couldn't really do this without you, and we never will try to attempt that as well. We truly think that we are stronger together than we would be by ourselves. So the we in this sentence for us is always about Litium and new partners cooperating at building this fantastic value for our customers. We create e-commerce winners all day long. That's what we do. And to be able to do that, to create e-commerce winners, we need to be able to deliver both short-term and long-term value. We are constantly obsessing about how to create more value for our customers. But it's not only to deliver customer value. There also needs to be value for you partners and for ourselves at Litium. So, because without the customer value, there's no business, and if there's no real business value over time, the interest and the sustainability to deliver the customer value will die down. So there must be a win-win-win situation here. There needs to be value in it for all of us, and that's something that we really pride ourselves at Litium to delivering at all times. And that's why it feels really good to be able to come out with this new value proposition, the Litium Commerce Cloud. It's designed through and through to be able to do that, to deliver both customer and business value simultaneously. So what does it contains of? In essence, Litium Commerce Cloud is built on three main components. We got the new and improved platform, Litium 8. With this in place, we got a truly top modern platform. refactored, redesigned, all now built on Microsoft.NET Core, .NET 5, and there's loads of new functions and capabilities in the platform. And Ludde and Johan will soon tell you all about it. And to help customers use the platform to its full extent, we also launched a customer success program to go with it. This is packaged with the insights and the services to help customers really use the platform to its full extent, like performance reviews, system reviews, and user education, the tier SLA, and performance data reports, etc. It comes in 3 different packages and is delivered by our team of customer success and expert services. So this we won't drill down into this program today because the time is too short. But if you have questions about it, please contact us. And you should know that the whole purpose of this customer success program is to actually make, of course, customers happy, but also create more upsell, which will then come your way either through kickback or through projects. So it's a win-win-win for sure. And to round this off, to make it complete full circle, we've taken maybe what's our most important platform USP, unique selling point, which is flexibility, and built that into both our business model and to our delivery model as well. So Litium Commerce Cloud comes with both the dynamic business model and with the dynamic cloud capacity. So all good things. And all of this is designed to deliver both customer and business value at the same time. It's built to deliver speed and flexibility and growth to our joint customers. So we think it's dynamite. We really hope that you feel the same and you like it as much as we do. And with that said, I'll leave the dance floor to a true e-commerce celebrity, also our Chief Commercial Officer, Peder Holmberg, to go through the new business model. So take it away, Peder.
Thank you, Patrick. Nice words. Yes, a new dynamic business model. Let's start out with the why. Why we're changing the price model. I think that first of all, it's worth mentioning that, of course, the on-demand pricing that we've had historically has served us really well. But of course, looking at improvements and so forth, we've seen that it's been lacking in some senses. And the shift that Patrick just mentioned as well, it's time to look at this from a different angle. So if we look on the next slide, please. What we aim to do, first of all, is that we want to create a more customer-centric pricing. And what I mean with that is that we're working today with so many different type of customers. We cannot cater for all of them with the same price model. So what we're doing is that we want to differentiate the price model into what's more catered towards B2C and in another one more towards B2B. And by doing this as well, looking at something that all customers have in common, which is number one KPI, which is growth. So not basing our pricing so much on infrastructure and tech, but rather on the value that makes sense for the customers. We also have the opportunity now to add more value into our offering, which we also have done. We want to as well look at the customer and the customer-centric part of how their year look like. They don't have the same sales every month, for example. Our pricing should reflect that as well. And lastly, it should be long-term as well. It doesn't make sense that a customer need to turn to us or turn to you as a partner to purchase more capability manually. And we want to create a price model that is much more automatic, let's say, so we can refocus this on customer success instead. So a little bit more practical then. How does this look? If we go to the next one. Litium On Demand until now have had 4 different editions: Web PIM, Headless, and Commerce. With Litium Commerce Cloud, it's going to be 3 packages. One catering for B2C called Growth, One for B2B, which is called digital business. And of course, as many of our customers start out with, especially within the B2B segment, we will have a PIM web package as well. So these are the 3 packages instead of the 4 editions historically. How about the price plans then? If we move over to the next one, we can see here, just as the previous slide, Litium On Demand have had 4 different sizes: small, medium, large, and enterprise. Now it's going to be 2 price plans. One called Essentials, which is the starter price plan, let's say. You can grow in this price plan up on until a fixed limit. And then you move over to the enterprise price plan, which is one that goes up and that you can grow within limitless, as we call it. And we do that by dynamic capacity. This also helps us, what I mentioned in the beginning, that the customer shouldn't go back to us every time to ask for more capacity. We will cater for that within the enterprise price plan. So if we should look at this from a summarized view, then we have then 3 packages with 2 price plans each. The B2C growth will use GMV or sales. GMV stands for gross merchandising value, which is kind of a technical term for online sales. And that will be the primary parameter what B2C customers are measured on and what they pay upon. B2B, the price plan here is mainly based on sales as well, but also in the number of product variants. And lastly, PIM then, which of course is based on product variants. As you probably can see, and for you who know a little bit more about the historic model, what we've done is that we've removed the visitor parameters completely. That doesn't exist anymore. We've removed as well the orders, the number of ordered, that parameters, and instead using the sales, which is much more close to what the customers are actually talking about and their main KPI then. We're introducing a couple of secondary parameters. These should be seen more as parameters that we need to have in order for not letting anyone misuse our offering, and that is bandwidth, which is heavily included in all the packages, so very few will even exceed these ones. And then the media storage, and here we've doubled up on the volume as well that you can use within the packages. Now a little bit more concrete then, how the pricing works. If we go over to the next slide here, on a very general level, the price structure is that you have a base price. In this base price, which is the monthly subscription fee, you have an amount, a pot of sales volume, products, etc., which is included. You can add any extras, that can be services or products that you need as a customer or want. That can be additional SLA, or it can be connectors, add-ons. It can be the customer success program that Patrik mentioned in the beginning. And then on monthly basis, looking at if you exceed any of the volume parameters that are included in the base price, it will be overages, and you will pay upon that volume as well. And that summarizes it then to a customer monthly fee. So that's the pretty easy way of explaining the price structure. I've exemplified 2 different cases as well, so it becomes a little bit more concrete to you. So if we start with the first one, this is B2B customer starting off and fits into the Essentials price plan. The base price is 15,000 per month. This customer needs the wish list, which is 750 SEK per month. And then you have the usage then. For B2B, as I mentioned, they are measured on sales and products. In the Essentials package, you have 1 million per month included. This customer transacts and have a sales of 800,000, which gives 0 in overages. Looking at the products, 3,000 product variants are included in the Essentials package. This customer uses 4,000, so you have an overages of 1,000. So you can see the summarized result at the end, how much this customer will pay this current month. This doesn't mean that the next month will be the same. It depends on how much they actually use and the value that they actually are creating through Litium then. The second example is a B2C customer on a growth journey, fitting into the enterprise and want to scale. The base price is 30,000, as you can see. This customer, as an example, wants extra SLA. They choosing the SLA Plus package. And then they don't have any product variants or visits or anything. They are looking only at sales. Included 3 million per month. This customer this month are using 5.5. So you have overages of 2.5. So you get a total of 44,750 this current month then. These are just two examples, and of course, looking at kind of the price list itself and so forth, you have this available now or during the day at Docs as well, so you can look at this much more in detail. If we look at the customer benefits then, summarized view of it, I think that you can summarize it in these 4. First of all, mutual focus. What we're doing is we're shifting the focus towards the customer value and their main KPI. Every company, every customer has growth and sales as their main KPI, so we should have the same focus as them. We include much more value into the packages. As examples, we're including the Litium CDN powered by Fastly into every customer. We have dynamic capacity in all the enterprise packages. We double up on media storage. We are removing the visitors parameter. We are giving non-production environments to every customer and so forth. The seasonality is, of course, that if you have your high peak season in May and June, you pay more on those months, but you pay less on other months instead. And with this model, what happens is that we will not invoice the customer in advance. We will invoice the customer after every month. That means a better cash flow for the customers as well. So these are in general the 4 customer benefits that we see. I understand that there's probably a lot of questions and so forth, and there's much more to say regarding the new price model. But if we move over to my last slide here, I just want to mention that the price list then is going to be available during the day on Docs. We will provide you with sales material and so forth, updated ones. There is also a price simulator on our side. On request, just reach out to your partner manager or any sales executive in a certain case and so forth, and they can simulate the cost per month now and going forward as well, depending on the growth targets that the customer have. So you will have every support in this matter as well. So moving over to the main act then, introducing my dear colleague Ludde Block and Litium 8.
Thank you so much, Peter. Yes, Litium Commerce Cloud is our new offer, and one of the main pillars in this offer is, of course, the product offer that is around the Litium platform and the other products around it. So how do we make sure when building products that they best fit the needs of our customers? And to understand this, let's take a look at the world around us. Today's digital landscape, we know it's rapidly changing, and with an increased amount of choices and evolving technologies. And this increases the number of decisions that every company has to make. And for online businesses, there is also a heavily increased level of both local and global competition. So regardless of which business you are in, to grow in this digital landscape, we believe you need speed, flexibility, and customer focus. And our product offer is built to give our customers a platform to achieve growth by being fast and flexible. And that's something that we come back to over and over again. Growth, absolutely, but how to do that? So to offer speed, we believe Litium should have and have the needed core functionality to run an online business. Like order management, a PIM, and the CMS is included. And those are good core features that you could use. The Litium Accelerator adds the value of time to market, low risk, and a low total cost of ownership. But it's also very important that the platform and the accelerator has the flexibility needed to meet both complex business needs, build unique customer journeys, as well as delightful customer experiences, of course. So this is the practical description of Litium and what we're trying to achieve for our customers. But there is also a bit more of a conceptual view that we have in Litium when we develop our products and going forward. So as you know, there are many trends and buzzwords in e-commerce, and I would like to comment a little on one of these trends. At Litium, of these trends, the one that we think is the absolutely most interesting and appealing of these is the concept of composable commerce. And the reason why we like this concept so much is because it takes a business perspective on e-commerce solutions. Without stating the exact technical architecture or technical solutions, it does really point in a certain direction for the architecture and the technology and what you supposedly have to do to achieve this. And we believe it points exactly in the same direction where we are going with Litium. But to back up just a little bit without having a very long conversation about composable commerce and what it is Litium a composable platform? Yes, we believe we are, and we definitely are aiming to become even more so. So there are already today composable benefits that you can use and think about when you use Litium already today. We believe in a best of breed philosophy, meaning we won't build all the features into the Litium platform. Instead, we continue to work with the best in each class. So we do have a strong core offer with Commerce, PIM, and CMS, but we work together with others, and it's possible to use other systems as well, of course. We focus a lot on our modern open web APIs, like the ones in the Litium Connect project that we will come back to a little bit later when we talk about Litium 8. And not the least, Litium is a very flexible platform, as most of you know, and both when it comes to data modeling as well as the extensible logic in the APIs and the extensibility points that we have, that makes Litium a great partner that lives really well with other systems in the ecosystem of commerce. With the flexible data model, it's easy, for example, to reflect the data that is integrated from another system, and it can really be, used in a good way further on in the Litium solution that you build for the customers. And I think many of you have told me this, and that Litium is a really open platform. It's easy to work together with other systems, and that is one of the core components or concepts inside the composable commerce concept. So composable commerce is, and it will continue to be, guiding star for us at Litium when developing our products further. And we will continue to focus on the best of breed strategy that we have already started. We will work API first and continue to develop our APIs. That is one of the most important things. And sort of in that track also look into further and improved headless support. Super important. And we will, little by little, go into a more decoupled architecture because we think that's an efficient setup in customer solutions. And that is really what you need to have as a foundation for a composable platform. Okay, so that was a little bit the practical explanation of what we do with fast and flexible to achieve growth, and one that is more conceptual, relying on composable commerce, where we are today and where we aim to go in the future. So taking a step down to Litium 8, and what did we do here really? With the release of Litium 8, the platform is actually 100% redesigned and 100% refactored. And I used to say a little bit jokingly that we're 200% fast and flexible for growth. And this is the end of a longer journey that started long before Litium 8 actually. And it's the end station of that journey, but of course it's also the start of something new and really exciting to look forward into, our guiding stars inside the composable commerce concept. So for a few years actually, we've been redesigning and refactoring the Litium platform by introducing a whole new API. I mean the .NET API, a new administration UI. And while doing so, we have also modernized the functionality of each module. So it started all the way back in 2016 when designing our PIM, continued in Litium 6 and 7, where we redesigned the CMS, for example. And with Litium 8, the turn has come to the commerce part of Litium, the sales module, as we call it, where our customers manage their orders and campaigns. And this is sort of the heart of the platform. So it's been a little bit of a deep surgery into the product, refactoring this part of the product. Maybe the most difficult challenge among all these module refactorings. And as you can see in the slide, we're done with all the modules. It's been a long journey, and I believe the results of this have been fantastic. And of course, we hope Litium 8 to also have this fantastic mark in the market and bring a lot of value to our customers. So looking back, a redesign, why would you do this? There are, of course, great values and great benefits and rewards of a redesign if you do have the resources and the energy and actually the guts to pull this off, because it's a huge project. And in our case, I think it has resulted in a much more user-friendly software, user-friendly for the administrators, but also for developers working with the APIs. We have features that now matches modern needs. So we have changed the behavior in a lot of patterns on how the platform works, both for the administrator, but also in the backend logic. We believe in more efficient partner projects with this, of course, since we have this new great API. We believe it will bring increased performance and site speed. And we believe also it's a foundation with this modern technology for dynamic scaling and capacity to always meet that demanding performance and site speed, which we and you together work for to achieve every day for our customers. Okay, so that's a little bit of the background of the refactoring and redesign journey. It's been a long journey. And what's new in Litium 8 then? More practical. We have redesigned and refactored the APIs and the UIs for the whole sales module, meaning the order management and the campaign management. And also, there are two completely new APIs, the Litium Connect Payments API and the Litium Connect Shipments API. I'll get back to them a little bit further on. There is a new technical architecture called Litium Apps that we'll look at later on together with Johan. And we also release a new add-on based on this technology. It's the Klarna Checkout app. That is the first add-on that has been rewritten to the Litium Apps framework. Also good to know, there is a new demo site up. It's up there to be seen. I'll get back to it here in a little bit. And as always, there are loads of bug fixes and improvements. And I also have a slide later on with even more technical architecture and technical framework. So hold on, and you'll get more of that in a little while here. But first, let's take a look at the new campaigns management. We asked our customers how they work with their campaigns. And we got a long list of insights into work processes and wishes for capabilities of what they would like to see and do in Litium with their campaigns. And we have synthesized this into a solution that is the start of a completely new way of working with campaigns in Litium. And we think campaigns are so important for growth. We believe it's the tool for limitless growth. We hope it will be for our customers, of course. So why are they important? It's all about growth, increasing sales, and through different strategies and tactics. And many words can be spoken about this, and there are greater experts than me in this area, not our customers, for example. They know best how to do this and for their own businesses, and they do it in different ways, of course. But just if you haven't been looking into this area so much, I'd just like to point out that there are really different tactics that you can use for running campaigns. There's the obvious one of customer acquisition by increasing conversion rate or reactivating existing customers. You could drive sales by volume, by large procurements and having low prices, more or less as a strategy. You can increase the average order value by promoting accessories, but you could also use that's the obvious example, but a lot of our customers talking to us and they want to promote better margin products. And I talked to one that has a really interesting example where they could offer a product that has a lower price for the customer and a better margin for themselves. So identifying those products is the ideal products to campaign and promote. And how would you do that? Of course, you would like to sell out products that are growing old in your inventory, but it could also be just promoting a set of products and follow up the sales without actually discounting the price. So we saw this when talking to retail, and we saw this when talking to B2B players also, where you don't run campaigns usually in B2B. You have your, negotiated price lists with your customers, but still they are lacking a promotion feature. So how would you do that? So we have found a solution for them also where they can promote these products in a collective way, in a controlled way, and they can follow up the sales on these particular products, which is very useful. Okay, so what's new in the campaign management in Litium 8? So first new ability out is bring life to your offers by adding content to your campaigns and offers to tell the story of your promotion. And you can do this in a controlled way in Litium 8. You can add content blocks and content pages with media and the messages around the promotion. And naturally, both the campaigns and the content is fueled by the globalization framework. So you can, in a controlled way, target and manage your campaigns and your discounts and your blocks and pages for different markets and countries and digital channels. And that can become increasingly complexing depending on how many markets you're on, for example. Second new ability out is that you can add several discounts to a campaign to sharpen your offer over time. And so for the same offer promotion, you can increase, for example, the discount gradually over time without losing control. Remember, you can have all these discounts in the same campaign, the same container. But you could also, for example, use it for other scenarios. I talked to some customers, they were interested in having all their discounts for Black Week in one campaign so they can see them better, have a better overview. Or why not just collect the discounts for one day, for Black Friday, for example, and you will get them all into one container and you can follow the sales for that whole container. You can also drill down and look into each discount if you rather would like to see it that way. So this makes you much more in control of that collection both when it comes to the management, but also following up on the sales. And I think you know that it can be quite some information to keep track on. With several campaigns, several discounts, you have several blocks and pages, and you publish them into different markets and channels. And that leads us to the third ability of the new campaign management, and to keep control from your campaign planner, which is a new view that we have built that we think is good, where you can watch every step of your campaign and how it performs. So in this view, you control all these ingoing items. And I can explain a little bit what it is you're seeing here. This is one campaign, it's called Get Active. And in this calendar view, you have the discount. That's the pink horizontal bars here, the names of the discounts. And then you also have all the ingoing content. So here you would see 2 blocks, 2 banners, 2 blocks. And you see, while looking at the calendar, you get a pretty quick overview seeing which periods in times they are active. And in this view, you can also use the blue link, activate and publish, to go in and control the activation dates for different channels of a discount or block or page. And you can also publish or time publish the pages and blocks directly from this page. And with the pencils there to the left, you can edit the discounts directly in this view. And you can also edit your blocks and pages directly in this view. So that means you don't have to go over to the CMS module to edit that content. You can do it here in a much more controlled way. And if you would like to add more discounts or content, you use the 2 green buttons here, add discounts and add content. And you get a list of all the discount types there are in the system, and you can add the new content directly there, either existing blocks or pages from the CMS, or you can create a new one simply in here. Both a block or a page, you could create it from scratch in here. So we think this sort of cockpit or control tower would make it much easier to work with this pretty complex material, all ingoing assets for different countries, markets, and digital channels. So really looking forward to see this in action. Just a summarized view of the key takeaways then is you can add content to your campaigns, you can add several discounts to a campaign, you can control it all from the control planner. And maybe I should mention also that you can of course set up a separate discount that is not part of this big campaign container. So there's still the more or less same capability that there was in Litium 7, just set up a simple discount. I'm very interested and exciting to see how this flies in reality and how it can help our customers to grow. Okay, and you can of course have a look for yourself in the new demo site. We have set it up and it's based 100% on the accelerator. And that is to avoid any confusion for customers who are watching a sales demo who might, as you know, before we had a demo site that was modified. So now it's 100% the accelerator, so there's no doubt what's the accelerator and what's the Litium accelerator. Sorry, what's the demo site and what's the Litium accelerator? It's exactly the same. So to start with, right now, this is focusing on a B2C scenario. We will add B2B capabilities into this demo site. Here's the link to it. And the old demo sites for B2B and B2C, they are based on version 7 and 6, as you know, and they are still breathing. They are still up there. If you would like to access them and use them, it's fine to do so. But there's also the new one with Litium 8 in the demo.litium.com. So welcome to try it out. So over to Johan.
Yes, I will tell you a bit about the new order management built in Litium 8, where we have focused on modernizing the architecture behind, and also spent a lot of effort on improving the back office UI for the customers. So the main features of the order management in Litium 8 and the changes are that we have modernized functionality and better support for modern process flows in a modern e-commerce business. You get a better overview of the order and state in the Litium administration. We have also strived to build a system that plays very well with others in the ecosystem, as Lud already mentioned. We know that Litium is always talking to a lot of other systems, and that needs to work really well. We have also improved the handling of carts to better facilitate, for example, headless scenarios. So there's a better handling of that. We provide easier integrations to payment providers, as well as to logistics systems, both warehouse management systems and transport administrations. And we do this by delivering a refactored data model and API for both orders and payments, as well as shipments in Litium 8. And of course, integrations through the new Connect APIs, one for payments and one for shipments. And in the same vein as the ERP APIs, these Connect APIs are domain specific and built and designed to support the process and business flows of payments and shipments. And one important change from Litium 7 is that Litium 8 now supports static order states. In Litium 7, you as the partners could customize the order states and all the transitions and build a custom order state machine. In Litium 8, we provide you with a fixed state machine where the states and transitions are designed by us. And what you can do as partners is, of course, you can configure the different conditions that restricts the system moving between different states. That you can still, of course, set up. So then the question is, why have we decided to do this? I think you can summarize it in 3 main points. We believe this makes integrations easier between the different systems needed in a e-commerce solution, which would then in turn provide you with a lower maintenance cost, easier to maintain. And I think the main point is that it might be less flexible, but we believe that it's more robust and will provide you with partners with a better tool to build solutions on. And just a short look at what the new order management UI looks like in the back office. As you can see, it now looks more in line with the other modules in back office, with a lot nicer looking and modern UI elements. We've also tried to give a more bird's eye view of where the order is. As you can see, you can see the fulfillment status for each order row to give the merchant a good look on what's left to be delivered, for example. You also see the discount data, so you get a good overview of how the order total is calculated. And you also get a shipments detail view in the same way as you can in Litium 7. And we will, of course, continue to improve on this order management UI. We still have a lot of ideas how to make Litium the dashboard for the merchants as it should be.
Thanks, Johan. Let's have a little bit deeper look at the technology of Litium 8 and the Litium Commerce Cloud. And why is it important with the tech stack? We care greatly about our tech stack. It's one of the greatest responsibilities we need to take for our customers and for you as partners also. The importance of the tech stack cannot be underestimated if you want to build a really great software that scales. And at Litium, we want to offer a tech stack that scales limitlessly because growing businesses need infrastructure that scales to meet large loads and high volumes. And Litium Commerce Cloud offers dynamic capacity in a modern, scalable tech stack that allows high performance, reliability, and security, and rely on very solid technologies and technical frameworks to achieve this, or from the back end to the front end. And to make sure our customers get the best possible performance, we have also, as we mentioned before, included Fastly as a Litium CDN powered by Fastly, included as default in Litium Commerce Cloud for site performance and security. And speaking about technology, let's take a look into the technology of Litium 8, because there are some new frameworks, as you can see probably in this slide already. So there are many technical news in Litium 8, and so many that I divided them into two sections, the new technical architecture and new technical frameworks. So as said before, we have rewritten the APIs for the sales module. We've added 2 Connect APIs for payments and shipments. There's a brand new architecture for how to build Litium Apps. And there's a long list of upgraded add-ons. But let's start with the new architecture. So in Litium, we have 3 categories of add-ons, of APIs, with the Litium Connect APIs that are business domain integration APIs. We have the Litium Core APIs, which is the .NET API, which is huge. And we have the Admin API, which is a web API mirroring more or less the .NET API. And those are all-purpose APIs, can be used for anything. And we have the Litium UI APIs with the Accelerate API in the accelerator, and there's the headless APIs that you can use for headless scenarios, and that is delivered as an add-on. And we continuously release APIs in all these different categories, but in Litium 8 right now we're releasing, as you've seen, the sales APIs in the Litium Core APIs, which is a big thing, and we're also releasing 2 new Litium Connect APIs. So moving on to the frameworks, in Litium 8 we updated quite a lot of the technical frameworks, and the biggest thing is without a doubt that we have moved into .NET 5 as a core technical framework of the platform, giving you faster processing, better memory handling. It's platform independent, so you can run it on any platform that is also not Microsoft platforms like Linux or Mac OS. And there's also container support, which means we can use Docker Kubernetes, which allows better scalability opportunities. And we've started using a .NET template to install the accelerator, which makes the getting started with a project much easier. And so .NET 5 is a big thing for us. We also released the Litium Search powered by Elasticsearch a couple of versions back, and that is now the default search engine in Litium. So the old one, based on Lucene.net, that's deprecated, and you will not be able to use it anymore. And we believe firmly in that Elasticsearch is the path forward. And it has so many great features that I think a lot of you are familiar with. And with Litium 8, we introduce a new DB tool. It's called Litium DB tool. It can be used for upgrades, making upgrades more controlled and easier for you when you upgrade an existing customer. There's a whole bunch of things done in the accelerator where we have the new version of React, the React 17. We introduce React hooks that you can use in the accelerator. We have included support for ESLint and Prettier for better code formatting, and to avoid some front-end code bugs, you can use those tools. And in the administration, we have updated to Angular 12. So if you're extending the platform administration UI, that's the framework that you will use, and that's a fantastic framework also. So fantastic frameworks. I hope you're excited to put your teeth into this and taste it and try it out. So download the Litium 8 and try it out. Let's move over to Johan again.
Yes, And I will tell you a bit about what we have done to the add-ons architecture in Litium 8, where we provide a new way of building and delivering them called Litium Apps. If we move to the next slide, we can take a look at shortly how it looks in Litium 7, where we provide Litium and add-ons in one application. You install the add-ons into the Litium solution, which is then hosted as one or more virtual servers. And with Litium 8, we provide a new architecture which provides a more decoupled way of delivering this. That provides the ability for add-ons to run as individual applications instead of within the Litium application. And these add-ons and separate applications then communicate with Litium using the Connect APIs. So this provides a decoupled architecture, and it also enables the add-ons to be hosted as containers in the same way that we can host Litium in a container. And some benefits of this is, of course, that it's a step towards a more decoupled and decomposed architecture. You can easily maintain the different applications. You could, for example, update the different add-ons without restarting the whole Litium solution. You can also scale the different apps for performance. You would perhaps need additional performance in the payment add-on on Black Friday, for example, and then you can easily then just scale the performance for that individual app. And the Litium app framework supports containerization, which of course enables automation as well as dynamic scaling of performance.
Sounds great, Johan. And there's a lot of technical news, and we really only have time to fly over it today. And I realize there's so much more you would like to know, and we'll have a look at which resources you can use in just a few minutes. So upgrading, how do our customers get a hold of all these new things? Upgrading existing customers can start from December the 1st. And why is that? It's because we will release the upgrade script with the version 8.1. There is no upgrade script in Litium 8.0. And the reason is simply that we could get out with the product and the values of Litium 8.0 to new customers without waiting for the upgrade script. So Litium 8.1 will be released on 30th of November. So that means you can practically start from 1st of December. And of course, planning of upgrades and talking to customers can start today, as long as you have the information that you think that you need. And to be able to do that, I think it's good, though, to point out some differences on a higher level between Litium 7 and Litium 8. There's some changed behaviors. And as for those who have been with us for a long time, you know that in each major version, when we rewrote and refactored the platform, we did change the behaviors. And there are a good reason why we do these changes. So for example, there's the thing that Johan mentioned, that we're going from custom order states to fixed order states. And Johan told the benefits of that it's easier integrations and it's more controlled. In the campaign area, custom campaigns are also out, and in comes fixed campaign logic. And there's a reason for that. We have taken a deep look into the discount logic, talked to customers, realized we can fit 99% of the scenarios ourselves by doing the logic as we do it in Litium 8. It's also a very sensitive area when it comes to performance, and we think we at Litium should take the responsibility of setting good algorithms behind this campaign engine so that it works with good performance. You shouldn't have to think about that in your projects. So that's why we took this decision. The campaign conditions can be good to know they are there, but they are moved into different structures. So it will not look exactly the same when you go in there, but They are there, but in some different ways. Can look further into that in the educations or in detailed materials. And of course, the sales module APIs are refactored, so any code that talks to these contracts need to be modified, of course. And also can be good to know, having refactored all of this, taken a lot of time for us, and we have done the refactoring, the redesign, everything, but there are some features still that are missing that were there in Litium 7, and we will complete with them right now. In the Litium 8.1 that's released on 30th of November, we look at the upgrade script, of course. We look at the returns, API, and refunds. They are not there in 8.0. And also the discount codes, how to use voucher codes when you run campaigns. That's not there right now, but the plan is that they are there last of November, and we haven't seen any projects starting before 30th of November, so it's probably cool. Tentative for 8.2, a new and improved campaign sales reports feature, and additional and remade discount types. So there's a bunch of discount types already in 8.0, but we have some more for you, so we will add some more in 8.2 probably. So that's a plan ahead. And also when it comes to upgrades of add-ons, that always happens when we do these major releases. We have released Klarna Checkout. There's a bunch to come. And we also need to know, if you start upgrading projects, it's important just that we keep in contact and you tell us which ones are the ones needed for the projects. The blue ones here we are starting to looking into now, but if there are others, if you start projects, please give us a call so we can do the priority in a good way here. On a higher level, so we released Litium Commerce Cloud, we released 8.0. It's a webinar today to you partners, and we have customer webinar next week on the 12th. And as you can see, the Litium 8.1, it's already planned, it's there. And when we do releases of 8.0, we will release it small by small steps as pre-releases. So if you're running a project, you can access these ones and get access to values and capabilities before the release of 8.1. 8.2 doesn't have a date yet. And so continuous releases of upgraded add-ons will also, we're also working on a 7.7.2 service release to make sure we give the best support to our customers. I realize we've been flying by. There's a lot of resources that you can see here. Documentation, feedback on the forum, there's educations. There will be special education for Litium 8. So if you have a certification already, you can take a developer education to refresh and get up to speed on Litium 8. There's a price list and sales presentation in the partner area in docs. And if there are any questions at all in any way, contact your partner manager and they should be able to answer those questions or forward you to the right person so you can get an answer on your question. We're of course very excited with the release of Litium Commerce Cloud and 8.0. And we have just 2 minutes left for questions, so it's quite tight, but how does it look? Did we get any questions in the questions, the webinar questions area?
Not a single question, just if they got the recording, and I will send out the recording afterwards, but it seems to be crystal clear, so I just hand over to you again, Ludde.
Oh, thanks a lot, Linda. I am sure you have hundreds of questions, and if you don't, you will probably have when you start working with Litium 8 and digging into the new offer with the Litium 8 as one of the foundations in it. So we'll keep in contact and talk to your partner managers if you want to know more simply. So I suggest close here. You get 1 technical minute to prepare for your next meeting. Thanks you so much for listening. Hope to see you soon again. Bye for now.